It's great to have Priyanka Chopra with us right now from Montreal. Priyanka, wonderful to have you. Never imagined that we'll be doing this sort of Skype interview with you.
देखो अभी we have to take advantage of technology when you can't clone yourself.
All right, so Priyanka, how does it feel that your movie is coming up, Jai GangaaJal, and there's a lot of excitement around the movie, and you yourself have told previously that you are very excited about the movie yourself.
I'm very excited about it. This is a very important film for me. I think that it's a story that needs to be told for so many reasons. It stands for feminism. Judge me only because of my ability to do my job and not because I'm a man or a woman. And I think that's a big debate, and that's what feminism today stands for. And of course, it talks about corruption within the system and society as such. It talks about police officials which get stuck in the rigmarole of that corruption, and farmer suicides. कभी-कभी ये मुद्दा छिड़ जाता है, but छोड़ देते हैं लोग after a little bit of time. I'm so glad to be doing a character like Abha, which is being directed by Prakash Jha, who's such a bold filmmaker. He's known for his bold point of views. So on so many levels, I'm very excited. Plus, uniform पहनने से तो चाल बदल जाती है मेरी.
No, I think some very interesting dialogues are there that टेबल कुर्सी पर बैठकर सलामी ठुकवाने नहीं आई हूँ, एंड आज समाज में उसकी इज़्ज़त होती है जो कानून तोड़ता है, लेकिन मैं उसकी इज़्ज़त करती हूँ जो कानून तोड़ने वाले को तोड़ता है. मतलब खासा मतलब धमाकेदार डायलॉग्स आप बोल रही हैं. I was just watching the promo launch, and you've said that Prakash Jha told you that he wants you to retain your femininity. It's not that he wants you to be turned masculine and still have that element of
that was a conversation
fearsome.
We had together when we were discussing what Abha's background and where she's from, and वो लखनऊ से पली बड़ी है, so उसमें तहज़ीब और तमीज़ बहुत ज़्यादा है. And I think that for me, and she's very straightforward. So when I read the character, to me, Abha came across as someone who's very proud of being a woman and thinks her femininity is only an asset and not a liability, like how people would think a woman in power, woman in a uniform, her femininity is a liability. But I think I wanted to embrace that. So we had a big discussion about it, about making Abha and keeping her very feminine, like the clothes that she wears.
Okay, in fact, there is this dialogue that चाहे उसे मर्द पहने या औरत, तुम जैसे नामर्दों को चुटकी में उनकी औकात याद दिला देते हैं. This entire thing that you're saying, that it's not about the gender, but it's a fact that the belief which has to be strong. We've seen many, in fact, lady police officials. Kiran Bedi is one example, who've shown the way and who've proved to be very, very effective somewhere as well. So did you have any benchmarks? Did you have any role models while playing this character by any chance?
No, I didn't. Whenever I have played a character, I've always tried to create a different person. I don't like imbibing from people, real people, when I play a character, unless of course I'm playing a person, like with Mary Kom.
Right.
But besides that, I always try to create different people, because it's a story of a fictional character. So Abha came from, she's individualistic. I didn't take from anybody else.
There's one more dialogue that याद रखिएगा सर, जिस वर्दी को आप रखेल समझते हैं वही वर्दी आपको अरेस्ट करेगी और खींच के ले जाएगी उसी जनता के सामने जिसके पावर को आपने बलात्कार किया है. Now that's another very in fact powerful dialogue, and we've seen it in the recent times. You've not been in India, but say in Delhi we've seen recently that it's being said that maybe police was not effective in the recent times at Patiala House recently. Do you feel that there's a lot of responsibility on police that they should be following diligently?
Well, there always will be responsibility on law enforcement in any kind. I mean, every government, every nation has that. But the police system is as strong as the government is, and the support that it gets from its government. That's how strong your law enforcement on the field will be. And I'm a defense officer's daughter. The defense will be as strong as the government allows it to be. So eventually and inherently, everything boils down to the system and what the government provides to its law officials.
You have one more dialogue that कीचड़ को धोने के लिए साफ पानी की ज़रूरत होती है, गंदी पानी की नहीं. Which is, I think, one more. I think it's you're talking about the system as well. That somewhere that it's a system that really cleans up in a proper manner.
So that you need good people with good ideas and honesty to come out there and talk about what is actually real and what are the real issues that the country is facing and we as people are facing. I think that is what you need. गंदगी को गंदगी से साफ नहीं कर सकते आप.
The context of the movie is in Bihar, but you're speaking about farmer suicide, which is something that Maharashtra has been facing very bravely, especially in the last year when almost 3,500 farmers have committed suicide. Do you feel that this is something that will really give a voice to their concerns somehow?
I think it'll give a visual picture to the cause. I think हम इस मुद्दे के बारे में हर महीने या कभी-कभी डिस्कस कर लेते हैं और फिर ये बात छूट जाती है क्योंकि हम समझने की कोशिश नहीं करते कि what is the root cause and what is the problem and how do we help. I think which was one big reason why I wanted to do this film as well, because I think it's such a relevant topic and people need to discuss it a little bit more and find a solution or at least help advocate the cause a little bit or do whatever bit that we can. And this film is I think my way of doing it.
I think this is the fastest that you've worked on any movie. I think you've also said that जितना time हमें गाना shoot करने में लगता है उतने time में पूरी film हमने shoot कर ली थी. So what was it about the entire shooting process that you guys just managed it so effectively?
Prakash Jha and I have been trying to work with each other for many years, and finally हमारी मुलाकात हुई and he narrated GangaaJal to me in 15 minutes. And मैंने उनको बोला सर ये तो कोई नहीं कर सकता, मैं ही कर सकती हूँ. तो इस सारे लापे. And he said तुम्हारे पास वक्त ही नहीं है करने के लिए, because I was doing Bajirao and Quantico that time together. Right. And I pushed and pulled and took out 35 days, and Prakash Jha said that he said that I'll finish it in this long, and he did. And it was the fastest film I've shot and so efficiently done. His pre-production is amazing. So it was a pleasure.
Right. In fact, you guys have also shot for, I think, a national anthem in that entire Vardi of a police get-up. I think you've sung it as well, partly, the other people as well. But it's looking very nice actually. Somehow that देशभक्ति का element जो आपके चेहरे पे नजर आ रहा है, आँखों में नजर आ रहा है. Is it something that really gets the best out of Priyanka Chopra, because your father was in army somewhere, so that element it comes from within very.
My Dadaji was in the army. My Bade Papa is from the army. My Chacha is my dad, my mom, my Fufaji. A lot of people, like I'm from an army family, okay. And so yes, I think there's always a sense of patriotism, which is why wearing the vardi used to make me, my walk would change when I wore a uniform. And I styled her after my mother. My mother used to wear a beret with sunglasses and a bun over here, right. And pants, right. When she was in the army. So it's a patriotism is something. I mean, I'm hugely proud of being Indian, and I'm very, very desi in terms of everything, my tastes, my beliefs, all of it. So yeah, it was amazing to play a character like that.
You spoke about the fact that you're very, very proud Indian, and you've been doing India proud, and I think back to back कुछ ना कुछ आपकी ज़िंदगी में बहुत ही ज़्यादा हंगामा खेज़ तरीक़े से चीज़ें हो रही हैं. And you've got the People's Choice Award, you've got like a Padam Shri, and you'll be presented at Oscar. How do you feel that Quantico is doing excellently well? You've just signed Baywatch as well, and you'll be doing Baywatch. There are reports that you are doing a lot more stuff in Hollywood very soon as well. Does it seem like a dream to you in a way, and things are happening very, very quickly?
Yes, a lot has happened.
Right.
I've only been here 6 months. Technically, my show aired only in September. So यहाँ के लोग मुझे सिर्फ तब से जानना शुरू किए हैं, and I'm very grateful to be counted amongst my colleagues and peers here, right. Only in 6 months, जब Oscars के लिए भी invite आया था, तो I was like, it feels great to be welcomed and counted amongst relevant entertainers and performers and actors, and that was cool. And of course my Padma Shri, yes, I was very excited about that. Montreal mein baithe baithe when I found out the news, my mom was here.
Right.
It was amazing. Even the People's Choice, to come to another country and to get a People's Choice Award, which is like by the people. I'm not even Indian American. I'm Indian, you know. And so being welcomed like that and being accepted like that is very wonderful.
Quantico, I think that has been the entire, I think, reason for you to gain such sort of amazing recognition all across the world. How does it feel that just like a television series and it's gone all across the world and it's got an extension in terms of episodes, and people are just really taken to you somehow all across the world somehow?
Yeah, I'm very excited. We've gone to almost 120 territories and we have been dubbed in 44 languages around the world, and we are airing in UK now. We've gone to Denmark. We've gone to so many countries. It's amazing. Like wherever I travel in the world, people come up to me and ask me about the show at the airports. And I remember I went to LA and the security officer at immigration told me, I won't stamp your passport till you tell me who the terrorist is on the show. I started laughing. Please don't ask me such questions at an airport in the US. I'm a brown girl. So he started laughing. But you know, like the response to the show has been amazing. I'm very happy about that because I was nervous. You know, being an Indian actor, to be leading a show in a country that, you know, where people don't know me, and I didn't have the crutch of stardom. So, I was excited that it was accepted so well.
You know, when we watch Quantico, what I personally noticed was that when you look at your body language somehow, you know, it seems that you've always been there in terms of that you don't feel out of place at all. And it's like that you're part of it. What is it that you're so confident about yourself that you can just adjust almost anywhere? And one more thing, that there are people who can judge it, but when we see the entire lovemaking scenes, and there have been scenes in washrooms as well, you're very comfortable. Like for any actor, for any part of the world, that is something which is important, that it should look effortless. It should not look that the actor is having any inhibition somewhere. So what is it that you've managed all this so efficiently and in a very natural manner? It's not that you're feeling out of place at all.
No, I am.
It doesn't seem like that.
But that's my job as an actor.
Okay.
That is why I'm good at my job, because even if I'm afraid, I don't let people see it in my performances. No matter what I'm doing, whether it's action, whether it's drama. When I'm crying, I make you cry with me. When I'm laughing, I make you laugh with me. So that's my job as an actor, to be able to convince and sell whatever I am feeling, so that you feel it. But it's very awkward. It's just, I don't like doing intimate scenes, and it's just, it's always uncomfortable. And women always tend to get reduced to those scenes, you know. That's always what is talked about. Your achievements don't get talked about. And
I'm looking at it cohesively. I'm looking at it in a holistic manner. That is just one aspect.
Yeah, of course. But even cohesively, I think my job as an actor is to be a chameleon, right? And I do jilmil. You should believe that I'm an autistic girl who is in love with, a boy. Right. When I'm playing Aitraz, I play a negative character. I'm nothing like that, but I have to convince you. Fashion. That's my job, Mary Com, to play a boxer and to convince you that I was that. Bajira Mastani. So I always choose characters which are very different and have a voice and a characteristic. So, but those things are always uncomfortable. No one can ever be comfortable doing it. There are 400 people watching, and then there are other people. It's just awkward.
You just spoke about Bajira Mastani. We spoke to you almost immediately after the movie had released. Now it's got a phenomenal run at the box office. How do you feel that the movie has done so exceptionally well?
I'm so excited about it. I'm really happy about the response I've got for Kashi as well. I'm so happy that as a film it has been accepted so much, and it's such a great story. I think, you know, it's a story of human relationships. It's a story of no rights or wrong and non-judgmental. It's just three people and their emotions, and I love that. Talking
about the fact that you've done India proud, and Dwayne Johnson, when he introduced you in that Instagram video for Baywatch, and he was like that biggest star in the world and all these things. How does it feel that someone of that stature has such wonderful things to say about you, and now this is going to be something else? Like, it was a television series as far as Quantico is concerned. Now we're talking about like a full-fledged movie, and Baywatch is a very iconic character. There's a lot of debate going on. Priyanka Chopra किस कलर की बिकनी पहनेंगी उसमें या नहीं पहनेंगी? There's a lot of debate. I've taken questions. There are a lot of questions people have been asking about golden color or like a red color. What is your reaction?
I'm very excited about doing Baywatch. मैं बहुत बड़ी Baywatch की fan थी when I was a kid. हम लोग सब थे. We used to all watch the show. तो जब script मेरे पास आई, I wasn't sure कि film में बन रही है Baywatch कैसी होगी, especially because it's such an iconic show. I wanted to read it. Right. But it's so funny. It's such a funny film. Right. And the characters are hilarious. The story is really funny. Right. And I love the fact that I'm playing an antagonist. I am the interruption in the Baywatch squad slow motion running. Yeah, that's me.
Okay, so there will be swimsuits happening. There will be the entire glamour thing happening.
I'm a
दोस्ताना में आपका जो एक अवतार था, तो एक कहीं ना कहीं लोगों को लग रहा है कि that people are just remembering that.
No, I'm not playing a lifeguard. So मुझे अपने heels का बहुत शौक है. मुझे नंगे पैर चलना अच्छा नहीं लगता फिल्म में. क्या बात है. What are you looking forward to, as far as a lot of speculation about what you're going to be wearing at the Oscars? Yeah, I know. I think everybody else is more worried about it than me. I think I should start getting a little bit more worried.
Right. So, could you tell us something about that? How you're looking forward to?
A lot of dresses are coming from around the world. My stylists are, getting a lot of clothes from many designers, and मैं आज एक fitting करूँगी, and then again in a few days I'll do another one, and I'll have a few options on the day, and then I'll see मेरे को कौन सा पहनना है. मैं ज़्यादा प्लान नहीं करती. मैं उन लड़कियों में से नहीं हूँ जिनको कपड़ों और मेकअप और हेयर में इतना शौक है. I mean, it's my job, so I do it. Right. लेकिन अगर मेरा बस चले तो मैं जीन्स और टी-शर्ट पहन के घूमूँ.
And it's primarily the million-watt smile that will do the magic ultimately.
I depend on my smile and my confidence. That's right. My best.
You've also been producing quite a few movies in India, your production house. Why is it that you're concentrating on regional cinema? You're having like a Bhojpuri, and you're having like a Marathi and a Punjabi film, that is Ek Omkar, and Ventilator is Marathi film.
I've lived for about 15 years in Maharashtra, and I'm Punjabi. So I decided to produce those 3 films. But when I created Purple Pebble Pictures, for me, my vision always for the company was to create a production house which supports talent and supports storytelling. When I joined the movies, I did it alone. I didn't have any help. I had no one telling me what to do, and no one, out there making things or making films for new talent and stories that need to be told. And I don't think that films and storytelling should be bound by geography and barriers. कि हम यहाँ पे रहते हैं, ये ज़्यादा ये कहानी ज़्यादा बतानी चाहिए. कहानियाँ तो कहानियाँ होती हैं, and that's what I want. I want content to be king at Purple Pebble Pictures.
You're also coming out with this mobile series. You concentrating on digital platform as well. I think It's My City is what you are coming out with. So why is it that you are coming out with this series, digital platform you're using?
I like being the first to do something. But also besides that, I think ये बड़ी interesting कहानी लगी मुझे. जब मैं मुंबई आई थी, me and my best friend Tamanna lived in a PG accommodation in Mumbai, paying guests, and we are still best friends. And हमारी जिंदगी कैसे shape हुई थी, how 2 girls living in a city. So this is the story of 4 girls who are living in a house which is owned by me. I'm the landlord, and how I'm like their mentor a little bit. But बहुत interesting कहानियाँ हैं about things that happen in girls' lives. It's a very candid and mobile television series, because everybody watches TV and everything. Content is on your cell phone all the time. So I thought it's very progressive to that.
Now, Priyanka, we're having a couple of segments. We'll do a bit of a rapid fire with you, and we have taken questions from your fans from all across the world. So let's see how much we can pack in. So let's start with the rapid fire first of all, since you are the queen at rapid fire. So we'll start with you. This is if you become the Mumbai commissioner, police commissioner, what's the first change that you would like to bring?
So many things that I can do. Police commissioner. I think crime control would be, safety for women would be something that would be very high on my agenda.
Right.
In the city, I would like to, give the ability to have women and men be comfortable in Mumbai the way Mumbai always was. रात को भी कहीं जाओ, दिन में भी कहीं जाओ. A live city, which is welcoming to everyone around the world. I would like to make the city feel like that again.
All right. Your honest first reaction when you met Dwayne Johnson for the first time?
That he's not as big as I thought he was.
And he thinks that you're mean actually, and you just totally. He thinks that you're mean, and you're just totally saying that much.
I'm going to be so scary in the movie. Why? I'm gonna, to stand up to the Rock, you have to be a boulder.
Absolutely. Your honest first reaction when media asks you what are you going to wear at the Oscars?
That I better start coming up with a better answer, because I'm really not someone who prepares too much. I mean, yeah, my team does. They're all worrying about it and getting all these options. But मैं ज़्यादा परेशान नहीं होती हूँ. I think it's very important to wear your confidence the best, no matter where you go. And you have to be comfortable in the outfit you're wearing. Not कि fashion के चक्कर में कुछ uncomfortable पहन लिया, so then you're uncomfortable all evening.
Okay, a film of yours that you'd like to show to Dwayne Johnson and the rest of the Baywatch crew?
Oh, Dostana.
Dostana?
Just to show them how to run in slow motion.
Okay. In Bollywood, which actor or actress's portrayal of a cop is your most favorite?
Will you remind me of some?
There are many actually. Ajay Devgan has been there.
Amitabh Bachchan.
Amitabh Bachchan for I think so many of his movies actually.
As a police officer for sure.
Right.
Women, who all have played?
Priyanka has played. Which movie? Phool Bane Angare.
Yeah, who else? There's
Who else?
Vikram and there's Tabu.
Tabu has done for Drishyam recently, yeah. Tabu has done for Drishyam recently.
I don't know, मुझे तो
Actually, it's a night actually.
आजकल मैं अपने आप को यूनिफॉर्म में देख के काफी एक्साइटेड हूँ आजकल.
क्या बात. A Hollywood legend you're dying to meet while at the Oscars?
I'm just excited. I'm honestly not someone who gets very I don't know. I want to just see people that I don't have a plan on who I want to meet. I'm just happy to be there, and I've never been someone who gets very excited by a particular individual. I really appreciate people for the work that they do, right. And I know how to keep it different, especially because I'm very different as a profession and as a person, like the work that I do and who I am. So I'm just excited to be meeting people who we've grown up watching, and I want to see what the Oscars, will Leonardo DiCaprio win his first Oscar this year or not? I want to see what he's wearing. I'm just excited about seeing how different it will be and what the experience is. I'm excited about the experience.
If you have to react in one word or sentence to the following, so what will be your reaction? Twitter rock stars.
Oh God, they're my heart and soul. My Twitter rock stars they support me through all my crazy decisions and everything that I decide to do. No matter where I am, they're like my army, my mafia. Quantico is a way of life right now. I'm shooting it, and Alex Parrish is somebody I'm very familiar with now, and it's my show, and I'm very proud of it.
Okay, censor board. You guys had a tough time with censor board for Jai GangaaJal. What is your reaction on censor board?
Well, I'm just very excited. I had Prakash Jha in the helm of things to fight it. I think that every story needs to be given its particular ability, and a filmmaker's voice should not be suffocated. There are, you have a censor board for a reason, and of course you shouldn't have double standards. So I'm really glad that Prakash Ji stood up for the film.
Okay, and finally, Pamela Anderson.
She's an icon. She's the ultimate CJ, but Kelly Roback, who's playing CJ in our film, is also amazing. She's a Sports Illustrated model, a very very funny actress, and you better watch out. She looks amazing in her slow motion run.
Okay, just to clarify, like a yes or no from you. So, will you be wearing a bikini in Baywatch or not? A lot of people have asked the question actually. The
When you
colours
have to
one
wear
I'm
this
just
clothes,
clarifying.
right?
Huh?
I'm not a lifeguard, but we have to wait and watch what I'm wearing in the film.
Okay, that is okay. All right, so Priyanka, we'll quickly take a few questions from your fans. The rapid fire was very interesting as always. This is Zehra from Portugal. How do you come on board for Baywatch? What is the process like that you?
A script came to me. It was actually for another role in the film, and I love Baywatch, so I was very excited about the fact that it was being made into a film. And out of everything else that had come to me, this excited me a lot as a character also. I mean, as a film. So they were talking to me about another role, and then I met the director via Skype like this actually, because I was in Montreal and I was filming my show, and he talked to me about playing the negative role, the negative antagonist of the film, and I haven't done one since Satkun Maaf and Etra, so I got very excited that I get to take on the entire lifeguard squad, and to play a villain in a comedy will be really interesting. And I love Seth Gordon. He makes Horrible Bosses. I love his mentality. Horrible Bosses was a really funny movie, and I think that he'll make Baywatch into really, really interesting. So that's why I decided to come on board.
Great. This is Neetu from Toronto. What's your plan for handling March Madness, as in Jai GangaaJal, Quantico, Baywatch, and all?
The Oscars, wow. The Oscars happen on the 28th. 29th, I start Baywatch. 4th, Jai GangaaJal releases. 6th, Quantico comes out. That week is going to be madness for me.
Mahima from India. How much effort does it take to compete with male actors in terms of opportunities? You've also been talking about equal in terms of remuneration for women, both in, I think you've spoken as far as Bollywood is concerned. You also expressed
I've talked about disparity. I've not talked about the equality of it. I don't think that we are going to reach there very soon. I think we are at a great time in Indian cinema and the evolution of Indian cinema right now, where the opportunities for female actors to do a film like Jai GangaaJal or Mary Kom or Fashion is so much more than it was a decade or 15-20 years ago. I mean, it was all about the boys and the films at that time, and we were just the girl standing behind a boy holding him, But now we get to do that, of course, and we also get to do, roles which are led by us on our shoulders. And I think it's a great time for a female actor in Indian cinema.
Absolutely. This is Priyanka from New York. Out of Abha in GangaaJal, Alex in Quantico, and Victoria in Baywatch, who do you relate the most to? Whom do you relate?
I don't like relating with my characters. Then I'll be playing myself. मेरा बड़ा अलग point of view है acting वगैरह के ऊपर. दुनिया में almost 7 billion लोग हैं, तो आप सोचिए कितने अलग-अलग किस्म के किरदार मैं create कर सकती हूँ, right? So I like to create a person and then I like to play them. So I don't need to relate with any of my characters because I'm not playing me at all.
You also spoken about the fact that you'd love to get a nomination for Oscars someday.
No, everybody was asking me, you're presenting, aren't you excited? So I said, मुझे मिल तो रहा नहीं है ना. I mean, I'm excited about going, but when I get it, then I'll be excited.
Right, but you've got many awards in India. I'm sure that this is, and you've already got People's Choice as well. So I'm sure that this is one aspiration that you must be having. In a way.
I want to be. Awards have never been my aspiration. My aspiration has been applause, like any actor. एक artist को क्या चाहिए? You work for applause, and awards are encouragement, of course. Awards are an acknowledgement of the hard work that you do, but they are not the be all at the end all of everything. I think to be accepted in a completely new country like America, मुझे सिर्फ 6 महीने हुए जैसे मैंने कहा था, and then to get a People's Choice Award, that is a very wonderful feeling कि मैं किसी और देश से आई हूँ और मुझे अलग नहीं महसूस करवाया गया, मेरे टैलेंट को रिकॉग्नाइज किया गया है, एंड दैट फील्स गुड.
This is Iftu from USA. What's the best and worst thing about having Prakash Jha as a director and a co-star?
The best thing about working with Prakash, hi Iftu, I know Iftu by the way. The best thing about working with Prakash Ji is that he has such immense clarity in what he wants and how it should be. The worst thing is about how many arguments we used to have.
Right.
We used to keep arguing because he's so stuck on something, and then I'll be stuck on something, and then we'll discuss it and we'll discuss it, and then we'll come to a middle ground. But it was so much fun as a creative exchange.
This is Lauko from Suleimania, Iraq. Are you doing Mr. Chalu, and if yes, when will you start shooting for it? Are you doing Mr. Chalu?
No, I'm not. Not as of now. I was doing it, but right now my schedule is such a nightmare that I'm still trying to figure out which film I can fit around my break in the middle.
Right.
So I'm in the process of figuring that one out. Right.
Many people have this question that that maybe Priyanka Chopra is totally going to become like a Videshi girl now, and will she be doing Hindi movies anymore?
I go where my work takes me. Or I don't make a disparity whether it's Hindi or English. I just, if I like the character and if I like the role, I do anything. आपने देखा मैं रीजनल भी कर रही हूँ, मैं हिंदी भी कर रही हूँ, मैं इंग्लिश भी कर रही हूँ. जो काम अच्छा लगता है, काम कोई छोटा या बड़ा नहीं होता मेरे लिए. There are no small, roles, only small actors, and I'm not a small actor. So I'll do everything.
Siptan from South Africa. How's it like juggling through different continents and projects?
It's very difficult. You look for consistency in something. You look for something to hold on to because it's so turbulent my life right now. But I'm holding on to my seat and seeing where life will take me.
Alessia from UAE. Besides being badass, what's special about her character in Jai GangaaJal? What is special about your character in Jai GangaaJal?
That she is a woman. She celebrates her womanhood. I don't think to be badass or to be a tough girl, you need to forget what it is like being a woman and the femininity of a female. And I think that's beautiful about Abha. She's soft-spoken, she's very feminine, and that's amazing about her.
Okay, we'll just quickly take one last question. This is Neetu from Toronto, Canada. What is your best Jai GangaaJal shooting memory? Anything that you'd like to share?
We were shooting in Bhopal, and I remember every morning and every evening I could hear the azan in my room. And I used to wait to come back to my room to sit on the terrace and listen to the azan. At least 7 mosques would play it around the city. And it used to become a chorus in the evening. And that was my favorite time of the day while I was in Bhopal.
Fantastic. Priyanka, lovely having you once again on Bollywood Hungama, and all the best for Jai GangaaJal, all the best for Oscar presentation as well, and looking forward to Baywatch as well, and all the wonderful stuff that you'll be doing in the future. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Faridoon. It's lovely talking to you again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks. Thank you.